Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about figuring out what you want versus what you need. So much of what we think we want is actually not the stuff that's going to bring us any fulfillment. And in fact, it's the underlying needs that we have that cause us to want the things we want. And it's those underlying needs that you need to start to get to the bottom of and understand, because then you can really understand what are the intrinsic things that you actually need to feel fulfilled in life. So let's dive in. So what is a want? A want is something that you desire. Usually a want is something tangible. I want X amount of dollars in the bank, I want a big house, I want a car, whatever it might be. But here's the thing, tangible things do not give you fulfillment in life. What does give you fulfillment? Well, things that are intangible. Things in life that give you fulfillment are things like self-esteem, love, self-actualization. Remember Maslow's hierarchy from high school? Well, it's a real thing because at the base is your physiological needs, right? A roof over your head and food. As long as you've got those, your physiological needs are met. Are you a happy human? Most likely not. The next level up is safety. You need to feel safe where you are. So once you've got that met, still, you're better off than the person who isn't safe, but are you fulfilled? Maybe not. Now, when you start to get into the more fulfilling elements of life, it's the top 3 elements, his triangle or hierarchy. And the next level is love and belonging. We all want to feel loved and we all want to feel like we belong, right? So if that is something that is missing in your life, then you may think that you need a partner because you want to feel loved. And while a partner will be incredibly fulfilling, the best place to start there is actually by loving yourself. Because then once you love yourself, then you become the person who more easily attracts the right partner to you. The next level up is a self-esteem. We need to feel good about ourselves. So one of the things that I always recommend for people who want to raise their self-esteem is raise your level of service. Raise the ways in which you are giving back to your community, to your family, to your spouse, to yourself, and to humanity. When you do things for others, you tend to feel pretty darn good about yourself. Your self-esteem goes way up. And then at the top of the hierarchy is self-actualization. So you want to know who you are as a human. You want to really realize your full potential. You want to really get to the bottom of, who you are, what you have to contribute, what you have to offer, all of those deep elements, all of those intrinsic values that make you uniquely you. Those are the things in life that you need, right? And so when people describe their want, when I work with clients, I will ask them first, of course, what do you want? What do you really want? And of course, they'll throw out dollar amounts and houses and trips and cars. And those are all of the tangible things, right? That don't actually give you fulfillment. So then once you identify all of the things that you really want, you first have to pick the ones that you are most emotionally attached to. I don't really care about the house, but I really want to have X amount of dollars. Okay, once you pinpoint the things on your list that you want the most, then we can start working with your need. What is the underlying need there, right? So the question that you need to ask yourself once you get clear on what it is that you want is, why do I want it? Well, the dollar amount in the bank. Maybe you want the dollar amount in the bank so that it can create the memories that you want with your family, because then it gives up your time to have the freedom to choose to do what you want in a day and spend time with your family. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So it's actually the time with your family that you want. The freedom to choose what you do with your time that you want. Maybe that's an intrinsic value for you as well. You want to be in control of your time. Now we're getting somewhere. That's a need of yours because you have a need for that type of freedom and control over your day so that you can create the memories with the ones that you love. Now we're getting to the good stuff, right? Because memories with family is so much more fulfilling than dollars in the bank. The dollars in the bank are just a vehicle for the memories with the family. So it's actually the memories with the family that is the goal here. That's the need. The need is not the dollar amount. The dollar amount is just the tangible vehicle to get there. So start with your want. It is perfect to start with your wants. You should start to get really clear on what you want. In fact, when we work with clients, that's the first course that we give them is, what do you want? What is it that you really want? What kind of experiences do you want to have? What kind of memories do you want to have? What kind of things do you want to have? What ways do you want to give back? What's your purpose? Because when you start to understand what people want, then you start to get to the bottom of what it is that they actually need. Because life fulfillment is about needs. It's about the intangible needs that you crave as a human that make your soul complete. Those are the things that we try to get to the bottom of and bring to the surface so that we can understand, what does fulfillment look like to you? What is it that you need in your life to feel fulfilled? Okay, so the self-esteem, the love, the belonging, the self-actualization, the sense of community, the sense of belonging, the sense of service, the sense of giving back. Those are the things in life that cause people to feel fulfilled, not the things. The things are always the vehicles. The nice car, you can have the nice car, but you're going to use it to drive you to and from the places where you're doing the things that actually bring you fulfillment, like spending time with loved ones. The big house, you can have the big house, but what are you going to do in it? A big empty house is meaningless. Well, you're probably going to fill it with the people that you love, and because you have the time freedom because of the dollars in the bank, you now are able to spend your time in your nice big house watching loved ones run around and make memories. And the memories are what fulfills you, not the house. The house in itself, if it's not filled with any person, well, that house is kind of meaningless. What are you going to do with the big house? So when you are trying to start to get to the bottom of what it is that you need to feel fulfilled in life, always start with your wants. There's nothing wrong with writing out a huge laundry list of things, and don't feel selfish or greedy or superficial if you first start out writing down things like the house and the dollars and the car. That's okay. Everybody starts there. Because when you start to write down the things that you want, you can then go deeper, because that's your invitation to get to know yourself and to get to know why you want the things you want. What is the underlying need? Is it belonging? Is it love? Is it self-esteem? And those things, those intrinsic values, like the intangible things that you need in your life to make your soul feel whole, are going to be the things that motivate you to go after all of the big goals that you have and to grow as a human and to push yourself. Motivation comes and goes, but when you get really clear on your needs as a human, that's the motivation to really grow and succeed and take those risks and take those steps and make those huge quantum leaps, right? You need to know how you will feel fulfilled. You need to know what fills your cup. What does your soul need? What do you need as a human in this lifetime on this planet to really live at your full potential and to enjoy your life to its fullest? This is your life and your journey. So get to know yourself. Start with your wants, get to your needs, get to know yourself, and go after it hard. You will grow into your highest version of yourself in your pursuit of your own needs, in pursuit of your things that cause you fulfillment, because that's really what life is all about. What do you think you need to feel fulfilled? Write down in the comments. I'll be checking, and I'll catch you in the next video.